Measles outbreak in Texas is growing, and a second unvaccinated child has died of the virus. 481 cases have been reported in the state so far. Nearly all of them were unvaccinated. Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. was at the child's funeral yesterday and publicly backed the MMR vaccine as the most effective way to prevent the spread of the disease. Of course, that is raising the question, though, why did he wait until now to do that? So let's bring in CNN medical correspondent Meg Terrell. What is the latest, Meg, on this outbreak?
Well, even though we are getting that endorsement from Robert F. Kennedy Jr., which is farther than he's gone before in terms of promoting the MMR vaccine, public health experts are telling us he is still not going far enough. He needs to emphasize not just the efficacy of the vaccine, but also its safety and the fact that people should get the vaccine in order to prevent the spread of measles. Right now, this is not just in Texas. This outbreak has been linked with possibly 3 other states. New Mexico, where there's another death under investigation. Of course, there's the 2 in Texas, and as well as Oklahoma and Kansas. And if you guys look at the trajectory of the cases that we are seeing in this outbreak, particularly in Texas, they are still growing really fast. And the fact that we now have possibly 3 deaths in this outbreak suggests to epidemiologists we are not seeing nearly as many cases as are actually out there. They say they could be as high as 3,000, guys. So this death that we learned about over the weekend was in another school-aged child who was previously healthy, no reported previous underlying conditions, and she was unvaccinated. They say the cause of death was measles pulmonary failure. We know measles can cause things like pneumonia. And of the cases that we know about in Texas, of 481, 98% of those cases were either unvaccinated or had unknown vaccine status. And so that's why there's this push for more messaging from Robert F. Kennedy Jr., from the CDC, from anyone at the highest levels of public health in the United States to say vaccination is safe and should be the way to stop this outbreak.